Thank you very much for joining us this morning for this All Division webinar. I'd like to start off with just a couple of announcements, but the first announcement has to do with Congress. I imagine a lot of you are getting your bags packed, your presentations ready, and all prepared to meet us in Indianapolis. One of the announcements that we'd like to be aware of is that there will be, on September 25th, Congress and Expo attendees will be able to attend a division's open house. That open house is going to be held at 4 p.m. on the 25th, from 4 p.m. to 5:30 in the Indianapolis Convention Center, room 144 and 145. That division open house is an opportunity for division leadership, division members, and others interested in the activities in the divisions to be able to share some ideas and thoughts about what's going on, some of the programs and projects that the divisions are working on, and some of the new initiatives that are coming from the National Safety Council through the division. So circle that on the calendar. Hopefully you're able to make it and be present. It'll be just like a club fair in school. The second announcement has to do with the next All Division webinar, which comes in next month. Actually, it's on the 14th of September. A bit of a primer before we get to council. The Women's Caucus will actually be sponsoring this All Division webinar, and they'll be talking about not only protective equipment in general, but protective equipment as it relates to women in the safety profession. So that's September 14th, 1:30 p.m. Central Time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern. So watch your calendars and watch for invitations for that very interesting webinar. You'll want to make sure you participate. So I'd like to introduce, to get the webinar started, Jennifer McCann. So Jennifer has an MBA. Is the membership manager at the National Safety Council. She has many years of experience in membership marketing and communications, specifically for nonprofits. And she's going to talk to us today about maximizing our National Safety Council membership. So Jennifer, take it away.
Great, thanks David, and thank you everyone for joining us this morning. Today we're going to talk about maximizing your National Safety Council membership, and specifically we're going to talk about the member-exclusive website, which as members you and all your employees have access to. We refer to our member-exclusive website as your one-stop shop for practical solutions to your everyday safety challenges. So if you haven't logged in before, what you'll do to log in is you'll go to www.nsc.org, and this will be the current landing page you'll land on. From here, you hit the sign-in button, and you'll come to this page. When you get here, you have two choices. If you're a returning user, you'll fill out your information here. If you're creating a new account, you'll come over here. So you have two choices. If you know your ID number, go ahead and put it in. If you don't, go down here. And if you forgot it, click here. When you click here, an email will go to customer service, and you will get your information right away. Also, if you are a returning user but you forgot your password, click here, an email goes to customer service, and within minutes, you'll have a link to change your password. So once you go ahead and put your information in and hit login, you come to this screen. And this is our member-exclusive landing page. As you can see, there's a ton of information and resources here for you to use. Right at the top, you'll see a free resource. This is a longer version of this webinar that's been pre-recorded. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, and it really encompasses everything on the member-exclusive website. But for today, to concentrate on one benefit, we're going to look at the member-exclusive workplace safety toolkits. So our workplace safety toolkits include things like 5-minute safety talks, quizzes, safety posters, 5-minute PowerPoint presentations, checklists, webinars, and a lot more. And we've taken all these things and packaged them into different titles. And the titles are really based on what our members say are the things that they encounter most in their everyday lives. So our current titles include things like cold and flu, defensive driving, driver safety, emergency preparedness, employee wellness, ergonomics, fatigue, first aid, hazard awareness. There's managing stress, prescription drug misuse, slips, trips, and falls, summer safety, workplace housekeeping, and workplace violence. These are our current titles. We add more and more all the time. So we are going to look at our hazard awareness safety toolkit for today. And these are the different components of it. So how does one use our safety toolkit? Well, the first thing you do is you create awareness for your employees. So you simply click on the safety poster, and you can download these. You can also email them out. So we really recommend that, for your facility, you download them and hang them out throughout your facility, in the lunchroom, if you're at a construction site, in the trailer, in the warehouse, in offices, and hang them up. Send them out to the different locations and have them hang them up as well. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to educate your employees on the basics of recognizing hazards and what to watch out for. And we do this by 5-minute safety talks. So again, we encourage you to send these out to all the heads of all the different departments at all your different locations, and ask them, when you start your next meeting, please start it with this 5-minute safety talk. We've also developed 5-minute PowerPoint presentations to coincide with the safety talks. So these are really a great way to really enhance the 5-minute safety talk presentation. It has great graphics, and it also gives further resources. So these are just a few of the slides that are in the hazard awareness one. But as you can see, it really just talks about safety, it talks about the basics, and it helps educate your employees. From there, we have tip sheets and checklists. And again, what do you do with these? You hang them up, you pass them out, you place them on your intranet, and you have your employees review them. So what we're doing is we're creating awareness, we're educating them, and now we're going to bring the message home. And we do that through engaging them. So our hazard recognition toolkit includes a couple different quizzes. One is a quiz, which is based off of the information that was in the safety talk. The other one are spot the hazards, and you guys will recognize these from, a lot of us when we were growing up, you had to find what's wrong in different pictures. And we have these for a workplace setting, a warehouse setting, and also a home setting. And they have the answers there. And what we encourage you to do with these is to put them out on the intranet or have them available for members, and then so say that your program was a week long or a month long. Say, hey, the first person to turn in these gets a $5 gift card or an extra long lunch. But something, so now what you're really doing is you're really hammering that message home. So you've increased awareness, you've educated them, and you have brought the message home. So some of our other benefits, with that we have webinars that match those a lot of times and other different things. But one of our benefits that's delivered to you guys every month is Safety Spotlight. And the great thing about Safety Spotlight is every month it has a different topic. Within that email that's emailed to you, and you can email out to your employees, it is basically like a working toolkit. There's posters, there's job tips, there's safety articles, there's checklists, there's links to recorded webinars that you can all take, there's 2-minute safety videos, and so much more. So we really encourage you, if you're not getting these, to go ahead and sign up for them. You can do that through contacting customer service. But I would definitely, encourage you to take advantage of these. They're all delivered directly to your inbox, and you can just push them out. And again, safety talks, videos, everything you need to bring a topic home, and they're given to you monthly. We pick the months in advance, and they're all based on what our members say their most pressing issues is. We're going to talk about a few more benefits. So additional resources that are available through our member-exclusive website is our safety poster library. I showed you one poster for hazard awareness, but we have over 100 posters on all different topics like OSHA compliance, ergonomics, employee wellness, slips, trips, and falls, fatigue, driving. So really a very broad-based section of posters, and most of them, if not all of them, are available now in English and Spanish. And the great thing about our safety posters is on our safety poster page, when you land on that in our website, you'll see a survey. And these surveys will ask you, hey, is there anything else you'd like to see? And there's some you can check off, and there's a place to write in what you'd like to see. So we produce 5 new posters every quarter. And before we do that, we go to that survey and we see what our members want to see. And based on that information and other information from what they're searching on and other things is what we create the posters from. So very interactive and in touch with our members. So again, please use this function. It's a great way to do that. We have a 5-minute safety talk library. Again, most of them are available in English and Spanish. And once you go there, you'll see that. And they're broken down in categories. So they're under OSHA compliance, seasonal, driving, slips, trips, and falls, workplace safety. And so really it's organized well, and I think once you go in there and start to look for it and find it, you'll see all the different things. We have 5-minute PowerPoint presentations that go along with most of the 5-minute safety talks. This is something new that 2 years ago when we went out to our members to ask them what they valued about our membership, they said they'd like to see this, so we've been creating them. So we have about 15 now, and we continue to create them to coincide with our 5-minute safety talks. Another great benefit is 2-minute safety videos, and these videos are, we have, again, went out to our members, and this is what came out of that survey. So we really listen to what our members have to say. We really want to be your partners and give you what you need to help, you know, really enhance your safety culture and keep employees safe, because that's our mission as well as yours. So these 2-minute safety videos are great clips, and they're on the same things like ergonomics, fire safety, fatigue, marijuana in the workplace, prescription overdose. So all those things that you guys keep seeing in your workplace and in the news. And what we do here at the Safety Council is we actually have TVs up, like in our lunchroom and in our reception area, and we run the 2-minute safety videos. So they're a constant reminder, and we're educating and engaging our employees about different safety things. And then, you know, the off benefit of that is you're really showing your employees, hey, you know what, we care about your safety, we care about you, and it really helps create a great safety culture. We talked about checklists and tip sheets. Again, we have them in all different topics. We also have a webinar library of past recorded webinars. There's over 100 to choose from, and again, they're broken down in category. We have an audio library, which is from our Congress sessions. So I know David was just talking about Congress. So after this Congress, we'll get last year's, all the audio that was recorded there, all the sessions, which they charge non-members for, is free to our members. And we'll put that new one up after this Congress. So if you go up now, you'll see the one from 2015. And we also have data sheets. We also have injury facts, which I hope you guys all use injury facts. It comes out every year, free to members, downloadable, and you can actually take all the facts and figures out of there and all the graphics and insert them right in your PowerPoint presentations. We have safety and health online and so much more. So I hope I'm not overwhelming you. I just kind of wanted to touch on that because there is so many things for you guys to take advantage of. And I know that there's so many different size companies and so many different levels of engagement, and some of you have giant safety staffs and some of you are one-person shop. So if you go to our website, definitely something for everyone. One of the newest things that I do kind of want to promote is our benchmarking study, and this came out in 2016, and it's not too late. You can still get your data in there if you haven't already. And starting in October, we're going to start allowing for people to put their 2017 information in. And then it allows you to compare your operational safety practices by industry, by company size, by performance, geographic, safety budget, safety training budget. So you really get an idea of best practices, where you are, and also where you could be. So a lot of great ideas that other people are using that you can use to enhance your safety program. So again, all available to you now, free as members. So we just really encourage you to use it. I know it can be overwhelming because there's so much information, but once you go in and start using it, you'll start seeing like, oh, I have this, I have this. And we are always here to help you and support you and help you walk through this. And this is just some of the different graphs and stuff you'll be able to get. And just a few more things before I turn it back over to David is our membership news alert, which you should all get every Friday. And it's an email, and it emails you all information about what's going on in the industry, contains information on like OSHA compliance, traffic safety, home and community. So quick things you may need to know. If you don't need to know it that week, perfect. But it's there to let you know in case, you know, you're busy doing so many other things. This is kind of like a partner for you going out and telling you, hey guys, did you realize OSHA just set this new standard? Did you realize MSA just did this? So it's there if you need it. Our Membership Advantage newsletter is a quarterly piece, and it kind of talks about more high-level white papers and different things that are going on. And our Benefit Spotlight comes out every Thursday, and that highlights benefits. So kind of things I'm talking to you about, it will highlight one benefit to kind of piecemeal and give it to you, like, for example, our safety posters or our toolkit or a safety videos, just, again, to reintroduce all the new benefits to members. And lastly, I'm going to take questions. So one of the persons said, where can this be found again in the toolbar on the website? So everything you'll find once you get into our member-exclusive website, so once you sign in, you'll land on that member-exclusive page. Everything's right on the side, all the sidebars. And I'm going to go ahead and let you guys, if you want to ask a question, you can unmute your phone by hitting #6. And then once you're finished asking the question, if you would mute your phone by hitting *6. I'll go ahead and open them up for questions. Anybody?
I have a question.
Yes.
Where exactly would I put new topics again?
Oh, so if you wanted to see some new topics on safety posters?
Yeah, I'd like to see something on FMCSA a little more along with OSHA, if that would be possible.
Yes. So have you visited our member-exclusive website before?
I am a member, new member, and so that's why I wanted to see your website.
Great. So absolutely. So when you sign in, you'll go to safety posters. So you sign in, you'll land on our website. You'll see at the side safety posters. Go ahead and click on that, and you'll actually get a library of safety posters. So there's a ton of safety posters, and they're all categorized. And if you don't see one in there, right to the side on that same web page is a survey. We use SurveyMonkey, and it says, what would you like to see?
Okay.
Just fill it in and hit it, and we'll get that information.
Perfect. Thank you.
Anything else?
Jennifer, how often is the website updated?
It is updated daily. So any new information we have, every time we have it, we update it daily. Like, for example, to our, our quarterly posters are done quarterly, so those are put up there. We have Membership Appreciation Month in December, which we create a lot of new content for, safety talks, quizzes, checklists, and that's done in December. As soon as that's done, we put new toolkits together with all that information. National Safety Month is in June. Same thing, a lot of new content comes out then. We take all that information and we put it into toolkits and also insert it into our libraries. Anytime that we do a new safety spotlight, if we find new information and create new information, that's going into our website. When we have webinars, all that information gets updated. So the great thing to do is, so you're not searching our whole website every time, when you land on our member exclusive page, one of the boxes says, what's new? One of the boxes that I showed you on the grids. You click on that, and that will just show you the new information. So any new posters, any new webinars, any new safety talks, if we have new tip sheets or best practices, that's all there for you, and that's after you become familiar, which I encourage you to do. Check that page every once in a while, and you'll see all the new information. Does that answer your question?
It does. Thank you.
Anything else?
Okay. I have a question.
Yes.
What if we are not receiving News Alert or Safety Spotlight?
So if you're not receiving some of the publications I talked about, there's a couple things. First of all, just by signing up, you should be receiving them. So if you're not, you should check your spam or junk email folder, And if there's anything in there, move the email back to your inbox. Open and then click on the different email links so your system starts to realize it. And then add our from address to your inbox address, which is membershipinfo@nsc.org. But that'll be on the email that you find in your spam address. And then the last thing is to do is check with your IT email person and make sure they haven't whitelisted our sending domain, which is from HubSpot. So those are a few things to check for. And then you can also contact customer service or Kathy Fernaris, who's our membership coordinator, and she can walk you through all that and make sure if you signed up but you're not getting emails you should be. We can check HubSpot and see if maybe you didn't click on it or you forwarded it and someone unsubscribed to it. So anyway, there's different things to do, but definitely first thing, check your spam and junk mail, make sure it's not going in there. Make sure that a lot of companies whitelist things, so make sure our address is okay. So you talk to your IT person and tell them that membershipinfo@nsc.org is okay to receive information from. And Christy can put that on your division page, so you guys get that information. So that's really the different things to do. And always call customer service or us, and we'd be glad to walk you through it if you do those things and you find you're not getting it. Any other questions? Okay. Well, I really appreciate you guys letting me talk to you today about this, and I encourage you to really get in there and use the information. It's there, and it's also, it's created for our members based on what our members' needs are. We have a design team here. We have safety consultants here. So all the information created has been tech reviewed, so you can feel confident in using it. So we really do encourage you to take advantage of it. That's what we're here for, and that's what you guys have a membership for. So take advantage of it. Give us a call if you ever need anything, and I'll turn it back over to David now.
Well, thank you very much, Jennifer. That was very informative, and hopefully for everyone on the webinar, you were able to pick up a few tips that you may not have known about or had forgotten about in terms of accessing your benefits. Before we close out this morning, I do want to mention the fact that these all-division webinars are generally going to be sponsored by one of the divisions, and this month it's sponsored by the Government and Public Sector Division, which I have the pleasure of serving as the chair. So if you're a member of a division and have ideas or suggestions about webinars, please make sure to get them to NSC staff, and we'll see if we can expand the list of webinars and other membership benefits that you can receive. So thank you very much for joining this all-division webinar this morning, again sponsored by the National Safety Council, and this time by the Government and Public Sector Division. We'll look forward to having more conversation and seeing folks on the next webinar, September 14th, sponsored by the Women's Caucus. Thank you very much and have a very safe day.